Hari Om, Hari Om. Greetings to all the children. Greetings to all the wise ones. I hope you are all doing well and are in good health and spirit. Today, I want to talk to you about a subject that perhaps causes pain to many people and leads them into deep thought and reflection. The name of today's topic is, How Dangerous Can Narcissists Be? So let's try to understand how those narcissists, who appear innocent and harmless, could actually be your so-called friends, companions, parents, or seemingly ordinary people in your life, and just how dangerous they might be. And should we really think seriously about this subject, or is it something we can ignore? Let's explore. I don't know whether you have ever come across a narcissistic person or been in a relationship with one. What I do know is that every human being, whether it's you or someone else, carries within them a potential form of narcissistic tendency, and under certain circumstances, that narcissistic character is fully capable of emerging. So it entirely depends on the person and the situation, how that individual chooses to behave. If you believe that everyone around you is good and pure-hearted, then today, I want to caution you. At least one person among those close to you is very likely to be a narcissist. I don't know who that person might be. It could be one of your friends, one of your parents, siblings, or someone else in your close circle. Among them, at least one person is bound to have narcissistic traits. Because being a narcissist is not some rare art or deeply complex psychological state. It is, in fact, a very ordinary character trait, one that you will quite commonly observe in many people. However, the intensity and strength of that narcissism depend on the situation. So let us now understand. Are narcissists truly serious and capable of causing harm? Or are we just being unnecessarily afraid? If you ask for my honest opinion, I would say this. In this world, if there is anyone who is truly the most dangerous person, it is a narcissistic individual, because it is they who stay the closest to you and are the most capable of causing you the greatest harm. And not only are they dangerous themselves, but they shape you in such a way that you begin to harm your own self. In my view, there is nothing more dangerous in this world than a narcissistic person. Because if someone is a thief, a murderer, or harmful in some other visible way, their intent is usually clear. But a narcissistic person can never be identified so easily. That is why I believe you must reflect deeply on this matter. The people closest to you, friends, family, those who are always around, you should carefully observe certain signs in them. Is someone possibly advancing toward your destruction? I sincerely request you to pay attention to this topic. And it's not that difficult to recognize them, because they're not strangers. They're usually people from within your close circle. Narcissistic individuals never work against you from a distance. They stay close. They want to talk to you the most. And through that constant conversation, they slowly begin to break your mindset. That is exactly why they are so dangerous, because they don't stay outside of you. They settle inside your body and mind. They enter into your thinking, so much so that whenever you make a decision, it's no longer really your decision, it becomes theirs. They construct such a web of psychological control that whatever you do, want, or even think ends up aligning with what they desire. You may feel this sounds like something mystical or occult, but it's not. This is a dangerous psychological weapon that these people use with ease, and the worst part is, we give them the opportunity to do so ourselves. That's where our own fault lies, and that is exactly why I wanted to speak with you about this today. So, today's topic, we'll continue discussing it, because there is a lot to talk about on this subject. But what we want to focus on right now is understanding why narcissists are dangerous, or how dangerous they can actually be. Look, if I tell you the plain truth, when you yourself begin to harm your own self, there is nothing more dangerous than that. And especially when you have no awareness about it. You start hurting yourself unknowingly. And not just for a few days, but for years and years. So tell me, can there be anything more dangerous than this? And the worst part is, you won't even realize it. You'll end up doing exactly what the other person wants you to do. Isn't that terrifying? From my years of experience, I can say with certainty that this world has countless narcissists, and it seems like it is almost in their nature to bring harm to others. I don't know how they're able to do it with such intensity, or how they sustain this behavior for so many years, but what I do know is, they are extremely dangerous for you. So let's understand how they enter into your psychology. First, for years, sometimes for 2, even 3 years, they will stay close to you just to get control over you. They will help you in every possible way. You won't have the slightest clue that they might be harboring harmful intentions toward you. They will cook for you. They'll support you. They'll talk to you for hours, maybe even 2 hours a day. They'll behave like your closest friend, or like a dear family member. So how could you even begin to imagine that this person could ever wish harm upon you? That is the most dangerous part, that you simply cannot tell whether they're with you or against you. And when you start to trust them, when you begin to fully accept what they say as truth, that's when the shift begins. That's when they know. You are completely under their control now. And from that point, they begin to hurt you slowly over small things. For example, let's say you are sensitive about how you look. You feel pain or insecurity about your appearance. For example, let's say you are sensitive about how you look. You may feel insecure about your appearance. You may not say anything about it directly, but that narcissistic person knows it. Because for years, they have observed you closely. They know exactly what you feel self-conscious about. So what will they do? They will casually pass a remark. Don't wear this, it doesn't suit you. Or they'll say, oh, your face looks a bit puffy today. Or, I don't know why, but you seem to be aging faster than others. And just like that, these comments, though they appear small, begin to cut into you like a slow poison. Now imagine this happening not once or twice, but repeatedly, over months, years, sometimes through jokes, sometimes through sarcasm. And you, being emotionally close to them, start to believe it. Maybe I'm really not that attractive. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do this alone. This is how they attack your self-esteem, not through outright violence, but with subtle, consistent emotional jabs that no one else may even notice. But you feel them deeply. Eventually, what happens is, you begin to think you are less. You begin to think you are wrong. You begin to think you deserve to be treated like this. And that's exactly what the narcissist wants. Not because they hate you, but because they want power over you. They want to break you down so that your world revolves around them, so that your opinions are shaped by them, so that your decisions depend on their approval. And in that process, you begin to disappear. This is why I say, narcissists are not dangerous because of what they say, but because of what they make you become. They make you forget yourself. And sometimes it takes years, even decades, to recognize that the person you've become isn't you. It was never you. It was a version that they molded for their own convenience, their own ego, their own hunger for control. And that's why we must talk about this. That's why you must learn to see the signs. And most importantly, that's why you must begin the process of reclaiming yourself. So those people, from time to time, sometimes after a day, sometimes after a few days, will make small remarks like, "This doesn't look good on you. You don't look good like this. You're not looking good this way." Now you may ask, what's the problem with that? But when such things are said by someone very close to you, and when these comments are spoken lightly but repeatedly over and over again, you start to believe that you don't look good. And this belief causes you deep pain. Now this pain slowly starts breaking you from within, starts breaking your confidence, the belief that you don't look good. Even if this is not the truth, you start believing it, and whenever you go to meet someone or go to work in the office, you will always remember that you don't look good, and you carry that pain in your heart permanently. This is their greatest victory, that your confidence begins to break. Please understand this. Your confidence is your identity. This belief is the source of your humanity, of your soul, the source of your energy. When that itself starts breaking, then there is nothing left inside you. So the example I gave, that you don't look good, this causes you pain. Now imagine, if I begin attacking you in this way on everything, deliberately and thoughtfully, and I make you believe that not only do you not look good, but also that you don't have enough money, or that even if you do have money, it's too little, or I make you believe that the company you work for is very worthless. If I make you believe that the way you dress is not proper, if I make you believe that your hair doesn't look good, if I even make you believe that your parents are against you, if I slowly and gradually make you believe all these things, then think, would you still remain the same person you once were? Breaking your confidence in every possible way can become very easy. Slowly, 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 you will start becoming isolated. You will fall into depression. And the most dangerous thing is, you won't even realize where that depression came from. You will begin to fight to prove that you look good. You will begin to fight, trying to convince your parents that they are wrong. You will start fighting to get a job in another company because you will begin to feel that the place where you currently work is not good enough. Now, you will start fighting to win in every area where the narcissistic person has made you believe that you are not good. So just think, when you are fighting 10 battles at once, what will your condition be? That is, this is no longer a normal state. Your life hasn't just changed. It has started sinking into a pit, a kind of abyss from which coming out on your own is not even possible. That is exactly why narcissistic people are dangerous, because they know what weapons can be used to cause you pain. And they don't just use 1 or 2, but 10 psychological weapons all at once. They keep attacking you mentally from multiple directions until eventually you become exhausted, broken, and slowly, completely destroyed. They begin to break down your whole body, your soul, your entire mental balance, gradually, over a span of years. And the worst part is, they succeed. You break down. Even if one day you come to realize that the person was narcissistic, even then, you still might not be able to come out of it. Because think about it. If I push you into so much suffering and such low confidence for 10 to 15 years, do you think that just knowing that the other person was narcissistic is enough for you to rise out of that state? Certainly not. That is why victims of narcissistic individuals often require years of healing, because their mindset has been completely shattered. In fact, those who have been victims of narcissists sometimes even begin to turn into narcissists themselves. So today, all I want to say is this. Look around yourself, observe, and try to understand. Among the people closest to you, try to notice. Are there certain outcomes, certain small but harmful comments being deliberately thrown at you? Are they being made with the intent to trap you? Just keep your eyes and ears open. That is my only request to you. Keep your eyes and ears open. I'm not saying that you should consider everyone around you a narcissist, but I sincerely wish, and I pray, that such a thing never happens to you, where someone unknowingly takes advantage of you and breaks your mental peace. So try to understand the people around you. In the upcoming videos, we will talk more about how to identify such people, and if something like this has already happened to you, how to come out of it. We will cover all such topics. But today, I only pray that you never allow this to happen to you, because God does not wish for you to hand over your personality, your soul, to a narcissistic person. It is your karma, your dharma, to protect yourself. Whatever I can do through my words, I will try to help you understand. But this battle of truth, this dharma yuddha, you must fight yourself. You must protect yourself by your own strength. So, with my complete and sincere devotion, I am bringing this divine message to you. If you learn even a little from it, I ask for your support. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Greetings and respect to everyone.